is David Lynn, and you are with me for another edition of Coffee Talk. It is live, and it is also Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time, September the 13th, 2025. And it's been a long day doing yard work. And this is basically my 501st. Had the 500th yesterday. This is the 501st live stream. And I'll talk to you a little bit about how that came out and what's going to happen now. Waiting for folks to come along. Well, looks like I got my first like. Please leave a comment. It will be greatly appreciated. Shangy Girl, a massive shout out, Mr. Host David and everyone else here. I hate to tell you this, Shangy Girl, but you're the first. Everyone else. Hello, Domino Carton. Domino Candon. I'm sorry, I'm bad about pronouncing names. Thank you for coming in, Shangy Girl, and thank you for coming in, Domino. Appreciate you both. Part-time planting. How are you doing? Hope everyone is having a good evening, Saturday or Sunday morning, wherever it is you are in this world. Four in the house and 3 likes. And Uncle Al, die Bullfrog 79. Thank you for coming in. I'm drinking blackberry. 5 calories. Nice and cold. It's been a day. I hope you're doing well, Doctor. Should say doctor, but instead of Uncle, I'll say Dr. Al. Ah, man. Die Bullfrog 79, my friend. How are things where you're at, Peter? Domino is Melinda Elliott's daughter. I'm sure Melinda Elliott will probably be along. And I had a mail call. A package I ordered from Amazon. They're getting pretty good at next day delivery. They've got a outlet or a hub in Houston. Houston's about 2 hours from me. So I order things one day, and a lot of times I'll get it the next day. This was an order. I ordered a pack of three of them. USB, I guess you call it USB-A, USB to Lightning. 6 foot, 3-pack. Paid a little less than $6 delivered. And lightning charger would be for my iPhone. Matter of fact, I got it plugged in right now and have it charging. Oops. Well, that one. Charging. Plugged in right now. Plugged into my solar battery charger down underneath my desk. Sunday in your part of the world. It's already Sunday morning on the other side of the world. Hello, Melinda Elliott. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. CR, Creative Redundancy, how's it going? And Little Lone Prepper, how's it going, Barbara? Everybody is saying hello to everybody else. We had rain here. You might not have rain, but we had rain. And my friend KP Heathen is in the house. 8 in the house, 6 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. I tell you what, KP has been putting out some excellent posts. He's real good. He's a good photographer. He's putting out some excellent posts. Love the images. And I've had people complimenting me on my new thumbnail. Got a new thumbnail that I'm starting to use. I used it for a post. And people are saying positive things about it. So, Dave, my friend, how are you doing? Don't worry about it. I'm not taking tardies. I'm not doing attendance or anything. Don't worry about it. Everybody's greeting everybody. Had 9 people coming so far, names and such. They come, they go. We are 9 minutes into the live stream, 7 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel, be greatly appreciated. So, yesterday evening was my 500th live stream. And I took notes on the 17 people who left comments during the live stream. Enrique Trevino, how are you doing, young man? Enrique's number 10. Ten that have come through tonight left comments. 9 likes. Appreciate it. So I today I went through the books, and like I take notes. I always have a column that I write down who's here, my notes that I'm going to talk about, however many pages worth of that, and then I'll have my statistics of how the live stream did, the analytics or whatever that I get when the live stream ends. So I did that for the last 5 days and looked at it. I did that for the 11 in the house. Thank you. I did it for the last 5 days and looked at it. Now, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And my channel is sitting at 2,035 subscribers. 2,035. I'm where I am. And this is excellent. This is black raspberry. It is flavored sparkling water. 5 calories. 17 ounces. Excellent. Paid 75 cents for it, I guess. One of my preferred. Very, very nice. I enjoy it. So I went through and looked at it. I had said, after my friend Dave, who is currently going by Yoda, Yoda's Blessed Life. So Dave, his name is actually David, and I call him Dave. I hope it doesn't bother him that I don't say Dave is like Irish for David. You know, the Irish will call somebody named David Dave. Used to have the nuns do it in school all the time. Dave, Dave. So I'm Dave, and he's Dave. It's David. So I looked at it, and Dave had suggested doing a 500th live stream giveaway. So it was during that live stream, 496. I said, okay, but you know me with fives. So I said, tell you what I'm going to do. And I said this at the time, and there was like 17 or 18 people in that particular live stream that had come through, made comments and various stuff. I said, for this live stream and the next 4, till I hit 500, anybody who comes into all 5 of them, leaves a comment during the live stream, gives me a like. So my assumption is I get a like, because most of the time, the ones who come through and they're there during the live stream, they leave a like. I might have an extra 25 or 30 or 50 or whatever that have come through and lurked through and didn't, but I get counted for those views. So somebody comes through for a few minutes, doesn't say anything, just looks or lurks, I get counted. That counts as a view. But most of them don't leave likes. They don't leave a like. You can leave a like and the person will not know who you are. It's when you make a comment, or you leave a thumbs up, or you do something other where you type in, and that's when they know who you are. So you can lurk to your heart's content, and they will not know who you are. So anyway, I said, anybody who does all 5, leaves a comment during they'll count, and I counted them up. So today, I went through And I looked at that first, and I wrote down the names from that 496. And then I started, went to 497. I started putting check marks until I got to the 500. Um, Cats and Mama, how you doing? How are you doing? Appreciate you coming in. So, went in and looked at it, wrote down the names, did the check marks, and I have the people who qualify. Now, I need to put together, and I did a lot of yard work today, and I'm tired. I was doing yard work, and it had been about 3 weeks since I'd done any yard work. Wife had surgery, and my work and everything, and just doing multiple loads of laundry in the weekend, you know. Not making excuses for it, but I've been tired. So anyway, and my wife has 2 doctor's appointments Monday. A twofer. One of them's a rescheduled. Her surgeon's appointment was rescheduled. So Jerry Cabrera Jr., how you doing? Oops, wrong one. Put it in the wrong spot. Okay. So one of the things, you know, I'm looking at, and just I've been lazy. I've been lazy, and just haven't had the energy. I said to myself, well, I've got several people that I want to send boxes to, and I've mentioned them by name. I've mentioned them by name. People I wanted to send boxes to. Yeah, Dave, I hope you're doing okay. God bless you. You and my wife are competing for it. See, it probably takes more antibiotics and medication. Um, so I've got the list. I'm going to be doing a drawing with those names, and I'll do a video and I'll show it. And it'll be good stuff. Matter of fact, I ordered some stuff that I'm going to be putting in my box today. That should be coming in tomorrow. That I'll be adding to it. And these are all things that I own and I have and I use. I'm just giving you new ones. Because I have stuff that I use for camping and for emergencies and such. I'm just giving you new ones, the stuff that's going to go in the box. But God bless you, Dave. So Uncle Al had sent me some, or he had commented on something other, and I said, you know, I'm going to try something new. Um, I order stuff from Amazon. I get it in. I video myself going through it, putting it in a box that I send to somebody, and I do a video of that. And then I pay to have the stuff shipped where it's going to go. And this stuff's getting expensive. You know, the shipping's getting expensive. So I said, you know what? I've got some people I'm going to send some stuff to. I think I'm just going to order it directly from Amazon and have it delivered to their home. And that way I'm not paying for shipping. I'm paying for whatever I'm sending them, and I'm not paying for shipping. So, as I do this, I will let you know what to be looking for. and I'll be sending some people some items, basically that I'm ordering from Amazon. It'll have a gift tag, and it'll be mailed to their address because I know what their address is. But so we're going to see how that works. And I told Uncle Al, and I laughed about it, that, well, I'm going to try something new that way. We're almost 21 minutes into the live stream. And haven't had much interest in doing anything lately, but I have things that need doing before the cold weather sets in. Yes, I hear you. Been doing yard work. Very, very windy, and a couple of large limbs broke off of one of my pecan trees in the backyard. Been trying to cut those up and get them ready to go out to the trash. Put them in trash cans so that Monday when they come pick up trash, they'll take them. The yard looks decent now because I've been weed eating and mowing, and wife's been very supportive of the effort. She's very good at telling me what to do. I didn't say that. Don't tell her I said that. Susanna Morrison, proud single mother. How are you doing, young lady? Nine likes and 9 in the house. Please leave a like to support the channel. If you come in, please leave a like. It will be greatly appreciated. I will greatly appreciate it. Yeah, having extra medicine is a good idea. Yesterday we had training. Went to a couple of trainings in the morning that were, I really don't see, for what I do, I didn't see where it was beneficial to me. Might have been beneficial for the social studies teachers, might have been beneficial to the science teachers, but as far as me, no, it wasn't beneficial to me. But I did go. In the afternoon, had very, 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 and add more varies to it, very, very positive, an excellent training of American Red Cross first aid. And it was the hands-on portion of the 7 modules that I had done online through the American Red Cross that had taken me about 5 hours or so to do. And I will be receiving a renewed 2-year card through the mail. My current card is valid, but I'll be receiving an update card that I'll receive through the mail. And I'm part of the school medical emergency team. Call it MERT. And that's the acronym for it. And I can't tell you what all the letters mean, but it's like medical emergencies and such. If there's a medical emergency, they call us and we come running, Very, very beneficial. And Uncle Al talks about this, oftentimes when we're doing topics and everything for a live stream, he'll tell you, or he'll talk about, well, you need hands-on training, and you need to go through, and you need to, get educated, and, get certifications and everything. Well, that's part of getting certifications. I'm also part of the threat assessment team. So I'm going to be going through training how to determine whether a threat is a valid threat or not. Somebody makes a threat or somebody's threatening something other. How do you determine whether it's valid or not? It's just like, somebody talks about they're going to end their life. One of the things is, do they have a plan? Can they articulate that they've got a plan to do it? You know, that's one of those big red flags. They can articulate, they know how they're going to do it, and they can tell you how they're going to do it, and it's a valid way to kill yourself. Um, Wheat, how you doing, Wheat? Thank you for coming. Wheat's art was Wheat and Shaw, and he does excellent artwork. He really does excellent artwork. Thank you for coming through. Something like that, Barbara. Something like that. Something like that. It's like Ghostbusters. Who do you call? You make an announcement, and I tell you what, where I was at the last 2 years, we had so many medical emergencies, it wasn't funny. They were constantly calling Mercs. We haven't, knock on wood, we haven't had one MERT this year. We haven't had one medical emergency. And it would be basically because the high school and the middle school are right next to each other. So in a medical emergency, I would be responding to either campus. I'm located on the high school campus. But in a medical emergency, I would basically go wherever I need to go. So I will be doing that. And I did do an enveloping. Like I said, I ordered yesterday a 3-pack. I ordered a 3-pack of Lightning 6-foot USB-A to Lightning, which is charging for a iPhone. If it was my iPad, it would be USB-C. Computer, my Apple computer, my MacBook, and my iPad, which I'm using for my live stream, they would use the USB-C, but my 12 uses Lightning. So I just got 3 of those, and I'm using one of them right now, and I got 2 more, and it's like $6, $2 a piece. I ordered it through Amazon. Total of $6 for 3 of them. Really good deal. I'm very pleased with myself. So at this point, let's start getting into this evening's topic. It's not a lengthy one. I look thinner. Well, I have lost a little bit of weight. I haven't been eating the way I normally would eat. I have some sugar issues. I'm trying to be a good boy, and I'm not eating. I'm not doing all of the things I was doing previously that was high calorie. I'm not doing any sodas. I will tell you, I did have part of a Diet Coke yesterday at Dairy Queen. Had Diet Coke. But as far as, I haven't even been drinking sodas. I've been drinking sparkling water. I've been drinking water. I've been drinking coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker. A lot of coffee. And I haven't been eating the way. I'll make a big meal for my wife, and I'll eat very little. You know, my wife eats more than I do. and she's only 4'9". So that's where we're at there. So let's start talking a little bit about the topic for today. So the main topic for today is creating money, creating wealth. So the first topic is, this is Uncle Al sent me notes. Invest $40. Invest $40 a week, which is about $160 a month, for 12 months, and you will have about $2,080 at the end of the year. And you do that for 5 years, and you'll have around $10,400 in 5 years. Now, we changed that to invest in the S&P 500, which has averaged a yearly return of about 10% since 1962, the year I was born. So we're talking about the last 63 years. Examples would be, in 1 year, you'll have $2,193 profit from that $10,400. So 10% will be about $2,190, about $2,200. In 5 years, you leave it alone, it'll be about $13,287. That's savings and investing. 10 years, it'll be about $34,626. So in 10 years, that money that you saved and started out with $40 a week, after you get to the point where you invest, you're looking at $357,000 in 30 years. That will have become 300. And if you were to leave it for 50 years, that money would basically accumulate into about $2,526,000. And the secret for this is compound interest. Compounded interest. The eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns wealth, and he who fails to understand it pays for it. So then you get into the S&P 500, which Uncle Al had mentioned, and these are his topics. Six stocks to buy and hold forever. So I agree with most of this. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's been around for about 150 years. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was invented, a doctor in Georgia invented it. I think it was originally in Georgia, after the Civil War. Pepsi-Cola. I don't have a problem with that. I don't think Pepsi's quite the standard of Coke, but Pepsi-Cola would be number 2. Number 3, according to Uncle Al, is McDonald's. And and they sell franchises. You can get into a franchise. You can own your own store, restaurant. Number 4, Starbucks. Starbucks is very popular. Very good coffee. Johnson & Johnson. Number 5. Number 6 is... Yeah, I agree about Chick-fil-A, Enrique. I agree. Waste management. That's his number 6. He talks about honorable mentions. Tesla. Netflix. I got issues with Netflix because some of the stuff that they sponsor, some of the ways that they waste money. They give contracts to a lot of former Democrat politicians to do documentaries and series and all sorts of crap that I think it's just their way to pay them back for all the crap that they did when they were in office. This is just my personal opinion. Take it for what it's worth. I mean, it's freebie. Again, I'm not offering financial advice. I'm basically just telling you um, opportunities. I'm not a financial planner or anything, and I'm not really qualified to be one. My degrees, my certificates and such are not in those areas. Uh, yeah, he says stick to stocks instead of franchises. Um, Amazon, Amazon, Target. I don't know. There's been a lot of boycotting of Target because of their what they've been supporting. But he said Target, and then Hilton, which would be Hilton, hotels, motels. And then he said Disney. Now Disney's really been taking hits. They're not. Disney's way down because of all the crap that all the money they've lost with crappy movies, all the woke, you know, LGBT crap that they've been putting out. But he said Disney. Then a third topic. The middle class is dying out. The middle class is dying out. Graduate at 23 with $100,000 college debt. Get a bachelor's degree, and you can be out a lot of money. You live on campus, in the dorms. You get the food package. You're going to a big university. Very expensive. You make a living for 43 years. After you graduate, whatever you use your education, you make your living. Paying off college debt, raising a family, buying a house, a car, paying your bills, trying to save for retirement, etc. You retire at 65, depending on savings, pensions, and SSI. And actually, for me, full retirement will be 67. I got to work another 4 years. 4 years. I'm getting my last 6 quarters in. Hello, Joseph Moore. I'm getting my last 6 quarters in so that I will qualify for Social Security. I will qualify for Medicare in 65. So in 2 years, I'll qualify for Medicare. Welcome to the live stream, Joseph. So, Uncle Al rounds it out with, you're dead at 79. Your age, if you're a male. And you're dead at 81. Age, if you're a female. It's at 81.4. And the expected the expected mortality or life expectancy for the United States is going down, and that's calculating all the immigrants coming in. You put them in the mix, you start counting them in the mix, it lowers life expectancy. Where they came from, the lives that they've lived, the health care that they've had. A lot of them are coming from countries that don't have the health care, don't have the life expectancy. So it's lowering the life expectancy. In my family, women lived to be in their later 80s. Two of my aunts, two of my mother's sisters were 89 when they passed on, and they probably would have lived a little longer if it wasn't for the fact that they fell and hurt themselves. You get old, concrete steps, porches, falling, hurting yourself. That's not good. And it sped up their diseases too. Yes, Uncle Al, diseases. They bring diseases that we pretty much have eradicated here, but they bring them back in. So, again, men usually do not live as long as women. That's a fact. But again, in my family, there are 3 boys in the family, of my father's family. My father was the eldest. He lived to be 64 because he had tobacco usage for over 50 years, died in 77. They were just really knew at that time how bad things were, and he'd used tobacco for over 50 years and, died of cancer. His 2 brothers, who were not smokers, both lived into their mid-90s. His younger brothers. So in my father's family, men tend to live longer than women if you're not a tobacco user or you don't abuse yourself. But I have no idea, so I don't know what's going to be with me. My mother had a sister who died in her early 70s. She was a lifelong smoker. The 2 other sisters weren't smokers. They lived just shy of 90. And my mother was about 82 when she passed. She had been a smoker for 20 years, but she stopped in her late 30s and was able to have me. So, that's where we're at. Well, that's just like you talk about MREs. They used to put cigarettes, like back during the days of World War II, Korea. They put cigarettes in your care packs, in your food packs. You get chocolate, you get cigarettes. Lucky Stripes. SD Mountain Man, how you doing? How's it going, SD? Thank you for coming, Scott. Appreciate you. So I am behind. I'm behind in my goodie boxes. I admit that. And my wife's health situation, her surgery. Yeah, I'm making excuses. I've been depressed. I haven't felt like doing a damn thing. Truthfully. So I haven't done it. I've been cooking a couple of meals a day. Been doing all my own cleaning, trying to take care of my wife. She hasn't been driving around. And just trying to take care of stuff. Just the way it is. Some of that stuff, if it's that old, you might open up and show up, but you don't necessarily want to eat it. You don't want to do the food poisoning thing. Do the smell test and the tip of your tongue. If your tongue starts feeling funny, don't go there. You don't want food poisoning. You do not want food poisoning. Mom of four boys. How you doing, Rachel? I have not been paying attention who all's coming in, but I appreciate you being here. I appreciate text messages and various things. I hear you. I hear you. Idaho Garden Girl, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. I'm not keeping score. I'm just trying to verify who came in. But I appreciate all the time you give me. Thank you so much. So, as I said, I had a mail call today. Another little mail call. I order stuff when I need it. I got a 3-pack of USB to Lightning cords. $6 for the 3-pack delivered. And I got them for charging on my iPhone 12. And I'll be charging at school, so I can take one of them to school and I'll use it at school to charge. It's a 6-foot cord, so I've got one plugged in here. I'll give one to the wife for her phone. Make sure she's all set up for charging her phone. And because I think she's been using a 3-foot charger, and give her a 6-foot cord. And anyway, just slight improvements to what I'm doing, what I have, and what I'm doing. Just haven't had the energy. In Spanish, they talk about ganas, the desire. I just haven't had the desire for a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff happening in the news depresses me. Uncle Al says, don't talk about the assassinations, don't talk about the killings. A lot of people are getting strikes. They're saying stuff, or getting investigated for saying stuff. And I don't need the internet police on my butt because I mentioned something that 20 million or 30 million other people on YouTube have mentioned. So I'm trying to be a good boy. Trying to be a good boy. And I guess when I get closer to the screen, it doesn't show my belly, so it looks like I did lose more weight than I probably have. Yeah, and Uncle Al says real police. I was talking to my daughter today that moved to Fort Worth. We were talking. I sent her the way my phone scrolls. It will, the artificial intelligence or whatever, it will put up a series of pictures, and every so often it pulls up and I got like 4,000 pictures in my between the cloud and my phone that I've been taking ever since I've used iPhones. And every so often it throws up a picture, and I'll take it and I'll forward it to my daughter. So I forwarded a picture of my daughter when she was in high school. She says, that's an ugly picture. I was so fat. She's a beautiful girl. She's beautiful then. had a little more meat on her, a little more weight on her than she does now. It's just, I was fat and I was ugly. She wasn't. But that's the way she saw herself, you know. And she wants to go work out at the gym. So she and her husband, she's going to start working out at the gym, wants to build muscle. Just hope she doesn't turn into a female Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's not my idea of attractive. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff happening in this world. Lots of terrible stuff. Lots of terrible stuff. It's not safe. A lot of places you go, it's not safe. And there are bad people out there. There are bad people out there. You go all the way back in the Bible to Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel, jealous of his brother, hateful, killed his brother. And God banished Cain and placed his mark on him and cast him out. And ever since then, there have been issues. So, TV adds 10 pounds. I don't know about that. I don't know. There's a lot of serious questions. Stuff will come out. Stuff will come out. Information will come out. You look at some of the big hitters. Ark Wildman Survival. How are you doing? You look at some of the big hitters in media. The ones who are doing podcasts, they have connections. They have people that work for them that do research. They do research. Please, if you would like to support the channel, be greatly appreciated. And they do research. They'll go and they'll research topics, and they'll look at other shows. They will they have lawyers. Uncle Al says they have lawyers. Yeah, they have lawyers. Some of them are lawyers, you know. Megyn Kelly, she went from, when she started, she popped up to 500,000 subscribers. Now she's got close to 4 million, I think. 4 or 5 million subscribers now. Just over a period of a year, maybe. Just blew up. Bill O'Reilly, he's another one, good one to be subscribed to. Megyn Kelly, Bill O'Reilly. Bill is more news. He gives you more news. His stuff is shorter. He talks about a lot more topics. He also does, you'll get, if you're subscribed to the guy, you'll get 3 or 4 minute blurbs. So if you want to hear something other about what's going on or a particular topic, he's not going to, you know, I mean, he does stuff where they talk for hours, but he'll do segments where you get it in 3 or 4 minutes. And I like that. You know, I like my news short and to the point. I don't want beating a dead horse. Stephanie has been busy. Yep. I hear you. Mowing, weed eating, God help us, ants, trying to kill ants, broken limbs from trees, trying to cut them up, using machete, need to use my chainsaw. Cut the big ones. I was cutting all the little stuff off with the machete. It is what it is. That's one of those things. It is what it is. And tomorrow's another work day. Work day. Get up in the morning, get cleaned up, go to work. Well, no, actually, tomorrow's Sunday. Sorry, lost a day. I'm off. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I'll still be doing laundry tomorrow and still be doing yard work. And then Monday will be Verna. How are you doing? And I tell you, Verna, you are on my list to send you some goodies. She said a while back, well, you never sent me anything. Don't worry, I will eventually at some point. I get my act together. I put stuff out. I mean, I will not put out anything, and then I'll put out 3 or 4 boxes in short order. So I've done that. It's been about a month since I did that, but I put out I sent Uncle Al a box. I sent Dave a box. I sent Idaho Garden Girl a box, and I just boom, boom, boom. And then I've got to send Belinda a box, and I've got to send Holly a box. I want to send Barbara a box. Just people I plan on sending box. Van, I'm gonna send a box. That's like what, 3 or 4 that I need to get out. And then the 500th live stream box. Then I have to put that together and get that one out. And I have thought about sending people stuff from Amazon directly, so I'm not paying for the delivery. Last box I sent was like $30 for the mailing, to deliver it. I get free delivery with Amazon, so I could send them a gift box of something, and it's not coming out of my pocket for the delivery. I'm going to try that. I told Uncle Al today I was going to try that. I'll let you know who gets what when. So, Uncle Al has left the building. Yeah, I have to give Joseph Moore some credit. I have to give Joseph Moore some credit. He sent me an emergency supply backpack with emergency supplies for a couple, like a 72-hour emergency supply pack with all the various stuff that you need in a red backpack. It's really nice. I just don't like the red backpack because it's a real bright color. I want stuff that it doesn't draw attention. It's like the gray man. If you notice, I tend to wear darker colors. This is what I was wearing out today. Mosquitoes. I had mosquito netting on. I had a bandana over my head. I had mosquito netting on. I was wearing gloves to try to keep the mosquitoes from eating me alive. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I will be back tomorrow for another live stream. It'll be 5:02. We're at 5:02. And eventually when I get to 2,100 subscribers, there will be a 2,100 subscriber drawing and giveaway. And we'll talk about that when I get closer. What are the rules? The rule of 5. Each of the last 5 videos I will have released, and we're not talking shorts, we're not talking posts, we're not talking live streams, we're talking videos. And I haven't released a video in several weeks now. But each of the last 5, you gotta leave a like and a supportive comment. So when I do a video and you leave me a like and a supportive comment, might be one of the 5, and it'll be a good box. My boxes are good. Look at some of the older videos, and you should know what. I understand, Joseph. Don't worry about it. We have it in our camper. We have it in our camper trailer. And trust me, and I added stuff to it because it's a nice size backpack. I was able to add some stuff to it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I am very appreciative. And it's like retaliation. I sent him something else. So like he sent me something, I sent him something. You know. Uncle Al's like that. And damn, I just sent him a real nice box that he's the winner. What was it he won? He won the 2000. Yeah, I think he won the 2000. Enrique won the 100 on the other channel. Uncle Al won the 2000. And I just sent him a box. I was laughing my head off. I was like, oh, God darn it. That's what happened. Worry not, Joseph. You don't need to get me back. I just appreciate the support. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the... it doesn't take long to view a short. I try to put out a couple of shorts every day. Usually it's breakfast and supper. What did I eat? Or I went and got gas. I've got one I can put up the gas price right now. Or eggs or something other. Bottled water. Commodities and such. I'll do shorts and stuff like that. And I appreciate when you leave comments and, leave me likes. And I apologize. I haven't been watching many videos. What comes up in the stream when I'm looking through the stream, pretty much posts in shorts like KP. Lots of posts from KP. I'm constantly commenting, leaving likes on posts that KP does. Other people. Yoda in his shorts. He's constantly doing, and man, his channel is up close to 18,000 subscribers now. I used to be above him. I used to stay a couple of hundred subscribers ahead of him, and then he went ahead of me like back in September when my wife had her surgery before last year, about a year ago. I stopped doing really anything for a period of several months, and then he went and popped ahead of me, and then I was like behind him for a while, and then all of a sudden he just blew up. He did like a format change, started doing a lot of religious stuff, and I do a little bit of religious stuff, but he started doing a lot of religious stuff on the faith, and I mean it just blew up. The Lord blessed him, and now he's like almost at 18,000 subscribers. He's really getting going. And he's having some health problems, so please be in prayer for him. Same way you, my wife, I appreciate it. Esmeralda has just had a surgery a couple of weeks ago, and they put more mesh in her, so I hope her body doesn't reject it. But they needed to. They put mesh in her, and she still has her staples and stitches in. They need to take her staples and stitches out, so I'm hoping to Monday when she goes, and I think the staples it probably hurt her when they remove the staples. I don't think it'll hurt when they remove the stitches, but I think it'll probably hurt when they remove the staples. It's got a bunch of those. And hopefully they'll take that drain out of her. She's got a drain that she has to, every 8 hours she has to measure what's in it, and she has to dump it out and clean it and put it back together. Not a fun thing. Yeah, I think they will sting coming out. Thank you, Enrique. One of these days, you need to text me your phone number. We need to talk. Enrique likes to email. If he has something to say to me, he doesn't leave a comment. He sends me an email, and then I email him back. A lot of people like to talk. A lot of people like to text. Rachel is a big texter. She texts a lot. So when she wants to let me know something, she sends me a text message. Old fashioned. Yeah, old fashioned. Yeah, that was what you would call eccentric. Enrique is eccentric. I'm eccentric, old school. Uncle Al, he's more eccentric than either of us. He lives in a socialist republic called California. Antiquated, archaic. Some people would say full of poop. That too, or in Spanish, también also. So, when I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. I say the Lord's Prayer. I drink my coffee. I take my medication. Got to refill everything in the morning. Try to get right in my head. Go to work. I usually make breakfast for my wife. Then I go to work. Come home. Well, that's true. Late for dinner, especially if I'm the cook. A lot of times I'm the cook, or I, do takeout. Go get takeout. But so I hopefully will be back tomorrow. I will post. I did a post. Please comment on my post. It's got my new thumbnail. And like my shorts. Comment on my shorts. I appreciate it. And everybody, please join me tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Appreciate you. Be prepared. That's the Scout motto. Prepper model. Be prepared. Are you ready? Thank you, everybody. Enjoyed it. God bless. Bye-bye.